Ladies and gentlemen, Chilling3000 here. Welcome back to Chilling3000 Network. We are live for the special 10th episode of Chilling3000 Hangouts. This is going to be the Rave podcast panel event. And today I'm here joined by our guests, starting with Michael Mabarier.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and fans of David3000. I'm excited to be here for this one.
And we also have Eric Lima.
Hello, America. What's going on here? I'm here representing Rave. How's y'all doing?
And we have Mr. Danny Lewis.
I am here, and I got my very expensive class ring that I bought 4 years ago. Anyway.
4 years ago. And we also have Tom Willis, Joey Weir. And also, we have Hangman Charlie.
Yes, Hangman Charlie, the man that's 6 to the Rant Rave podcast. Rant Rave sucks, and we're going to talk about how we're going to fix it. Anyway.
Yes,
God.
Now, Torn is not going to be here, unfortunately, but he'll give his thoughts in the live chat. And we are also going to be...
Where's Brandon?
I sent him the link. He said he'll be here.
Oh, no, we just lost. Well, we got the main attraction, the Hangman Outcast here right now, so we got me. So I can carry Tom.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Ego, man.
All right, so we were just on Omegle right before you came in, Charlie, and I was talking to people, promoting the stream and whatnot, and you guys could hear them, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, and they could hear you, and they could hear me, and it seemed pretty. My only question is, how did the lips match up when we were talking?
A little bit glitchy.
Okay, because I figured it would, because we're going to be the transmitting the audio is going to be a little weird, but.
Other than that, how you been, Tom?
I've been fine,
Yeah. So we have some people here, and what's going to happen is I'm going to let Charlie speak in this episode because we are doing the Rant and Rave panel event. Also, I'm going to let Tom and hopefully Paige will come a little bit as well. We are going to be talking with the Rant and Rave crew of how to fix Rant and Rave and make it better and make podcasts better in general. So without further ado, Charlie, I'm going to be mostly quiet here. I will still be on here on the screen.
Yeah, just make sure not to kick me out and abuse your power. Because otherwise, I'll point out the people you should have kicked out that one time. Anyway.
I'll be right back while you guys talk. I got to put my kids to bed.
All right.
Okay.
Well, first off, I want to start off. Good day they come here with the Tony Montana thing. Oh, it would be two Tony Montanas. Anyway. First off, I'm going to come in here and roast every single member of the Rant and Rave podcast on what they could do better. Eric, start with you. You're fine. I have no problems with you, and you're the glue that holds that whole thing together. So, in honesty, David, I'll ask you, do you see any problems with Eric that we need to I'm going to go by the co-host first, and then we'll get to the main show. So, David, do you see anything that Eric could improve on? Or do you think he's fine where he is as part of this team?
I see Eric having a great future.
Yeah, so do I. So there we go. Eric has the thing. Now, Mr. Babardi. Well, first off,
What do you want, Charlie?
First off, you do. I see Eric laughing. First off, the first thing you need to work on is denial. When you've been beaten, you got to accept defeat. Brandon accepted defeat. Eric accepted defeat. Jordan accepted defeat. So when you face defeat, you got to accept it instead of being in denial. Secondly, when you're talking trash, you got to back it up instead of, exiting out and running away. Other than that, you also have a great future on this stain. That's why the Hangman Outcast wanted you. But we kind of realized that we already had enough of Rant and Rave sloppy seconds. Hey, David. So we really. I knew Danny would get a kick out of that, but we already had enough of Rant and Rave sloppy seconds. So like you, Michael, you'd be that one that chick.
And how you compared Adam Page?
Adam Page. Hey, I was Hangman before Adam Page even started in Ring of Honor. He
No,
was like
you're
a
the
ring boy.
thief.
Oh, see what I mean? See what I mean, David? Like, this man needs to take lessons. He needs to take. I have a few classes you need to take. You need to take some anger management classes. You also need to take some constructive criticism classes, and you got to watch The Rock and Austin and pretend that you're The Rock and learn how bad it was to lose all the time until WrestleMania 19.
Go on with the next one, will you?
Well, I don't have the other two co-hosts in here, so I can't. I don't want to. I know George possibly may not be here. I know Brandon is on his way, so I can't. I have to figure out what else to do. Well, Michael, in the grand scheme of things, stop sucking. Anyway, and sucking up. Anyway, don't be an Andrew or a Jay. Yes. Danny, do you have anything you could give advice to Michael?
Well, I think with the transition from Rant and Rave from David to Andrew to Eric to Michael, that was a good choice because Eric has experience, as you know, with all due respect, Eric's about 40 years old or more.
44. You know,
okay.
I don't look 44. People tell me whatever.
Yeah. But and Michael was a good addition because he also knows about wrestling. And but when Michael says to Charlie, like on the first night of the wars, when Charlie invaded the Rant and Rave stream, Michael was just like, Charlie, you're just talking about random bullcrap all your life. I mean, it's funny, but there's really nothing to back it up. It's just a random insult. But whatever.
Oh yes. Or even the fact that he says every time I mess up his name and call him Oreo Boy, he's like, "Oh, there we go, go smaller every time." I'm like thinking, well, that joke goes good for probably a few times, and after that gets old, like once you're around me, kid, you'll learn a thing or two about some proper insults. So don't worry, you'll get to a certain place. I will say this though, and this is a compliment to Michael. He is not David, and he is not Andrew. He is not like branded in fine dollar store versions of them. Michael has, unfortunately, compared to David, no disrespect, David, but Michael has far more personality than both David and Andrew. But he has the Andrew side where he kind of go and get stuff. He runs. He can't handle where the big boys play. But that's a different story for a different time. However, but like I said, with some molding and some grooming, Michael could get there. Michael could get to a respectable trash talker and all that, because in a war, you need to have the best trash talking. And really, there's only two people. Like Eric is the pacifist, so really, I don't count him because he's the pacifist of the group. But the only two people who are the premier trash talkers is Jordan and slowly Brandon. He's getting better and better, but we still need that Titsy. He better be there tomorrow for the promo wall because, again, he could possibly get some new eyes on the Hangman Outcast after we, got 719 views, the most viewed Hangman Outcast of all time, almost 800 views combined, all that good stuff. So, yeah. Like, with Brandon and Paige not here, David, I don't know what else to do because we don't have to. Oh wait, Tom's back. Okay, Tom, take the floor with what. Like, do you see any problems with Mr. Eric in terms of anything that he can improve on in regards to show? Me and David agree that he's pretty much the glue that holds it all together.
Well, I think that honestly, I feel like he's the only reason. I think he's the most professional one. I think he comes in and I think he serves his role well. I can't really think of anything. He doesn't overstay his welcome. He doesn't go off on tangents longer than they have to be. He asks good questions. He respects the hosts. I mean, honestly, he is the prototypical host that you'd want. I think a lot of them could learn from that. I think out of everyone, he plays his role to the T. Like there's nothing to change on his part. He just needs to keep doing what he's doing, in my opinion.
Thank you.
And what about Mr. Oreo Boy?
See, the problem is I haven't watched much of Rant and Rave since we started doing the Outcast on Thursday.
No.
So I don't know exactly what he could change, but I could tell you what I'd use him for on the Outcast, and I think you'd agree with me. So I feel like he says Michael says stuff that's funny, but he doesn't realize he's being funny. Like he unknowingly his comedy is unintentionally funny. You know what I mean? Like sometimes when you and him go back and forth. So he brings that to, it's a unique thing that I can't really put a name on it, but he brings that. But I feel like sometimes when he's in the room with everyone else, he gets lost and he can't just be himself. So the biggest thing I can say to him is to just interject your opinion more and be yourself more. Don't get caught up with Jordan and Eric. And just, if you just be insightful, say what you got to say. Just make sure your voice is heard equal amount of time as everyone else. Don't get lost in the shuffle. And I can say the same thing to David for the Outcast. Just make sure your voice is equally being heard along with everyone else. And if there's a guy on that cast that isn't sharing the spotlight, because I'm pretty sure Charlie and I talk about the same. I'm pretty sure. And that's how it should be on every show. Everybody should get about the same amount of time if it's a shared position. There's no one main co-host. So everybody should be getting equal time. And I feel like sometimes Michael doesn't get as much time as everybody else to talk. And that's not everyone else's fault. He needs to pick his spots and stay interesting. And I think he can. I just think he's newer and he has to work on it.
Charlie?
Well, I agree with that. Like it's the whole goal of being able to what's the phrase I'm looking for? Everybody needs to stand out, but also the fact that everybody needs to be also the a unit. One thing I will say, one of Rant and Rave's biggest issues, like probably I and David, since you've been there longer than even Eric and Michael.
I've been doing it since October 2019.
Yeah, so you could pretty much confirm with this. The one problem with Rant and Rave, another problem they've had is that they've never really consistently felt like a unit. Like David, even though we've had some disagreements regarding certain decisions that have been made on the Outcast, we have always kind of felt like we've talked like a unit. Tom can vouch for this as well. We even have our own personal page.
Yeah.
We even have our own personal messenger thing where we are able to float ideas, we're able to talk, and we're able to have conversations regarding the show. David has pointed out, I don't know if it's changed since, but David pointed out that the show, Rave never had that. Never had a place where y'all can, I know Michael doesn't use Facebook, so that'd be a little bit difficult. But so Discord, I guess, would be the other option. But the fact is that y'all don't have your own specific place where y'all can talk to each other and give ideas that could possibly be used for the show, whether it's just a minor idea or whether it's a big idea. That's something I think y'all should be doing because, again, to me, it's like if you're not able to talk to your co-hosts before the show, like before a week or even a few days before the show, there's a problem within the lack of communication. Like y'all, I'm not saying y'all need to have an hour-long conversation talking about the plans, but y'all should be having some type of conversation weekly regarding the next week or the weeks ahead of what you may have planned. So that way everybody can be ready, prepared, and all that stuff. Now, granted, stuff could happen and interfere with it, like Brandon going to work or whatever. But it's just that's what I'm saying. That way, y'all could be on the same page once game time is going. Wouldn't you agree, David and Tom?
Yes, I agree.
Same here.
Sorry, I'm trying to plug my fan in because it's hot tonight.
Oh, shit. Sorry, Dave. I forget we're on your show. I'm playing Spec Ops: The Line while I'm doing this. Sorry, the cursing, but
It reached
It
a
is what
high
it is.
84 degrees in Buffalo earlier today.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, I forgot you were a New Yorker.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it's like friggin'. It's so humid where I live.
Okay, I have a bone to pick with you now. You're a New Yorker, and yet you can't fire back with the great lines. I definitely have an issue with you. You're supposed to be New Yorkers are supposed to be ruthless. Boston, it's like Boston came by and took y'all's balls, and like Tom has, and he's a freaking Boston dude. Michael,
Just like
grow
last
your
week,
balls
Charlie.
back.
Hey, Charlie, just to let you know, no, Tom was not the only person from Massachusetts. Myself and David as well.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm saying. David even has more balls at times, and his balls are little. But what do you call it, Michael? I'm. If you told me that you were from, I don't know, Cali, or if you're from Canada, or if you're from Wyoming, or whatever place, I could be like, okay, that's fine. But you're a New Yorker? You're from the same state as freaking Vince Russo, bro, and yet you don't have the freaking balls.
At least we're from different cities, though.
Yeah, bestowed to you by God himself,
but time
bro.
out, Charlie. He's not from New York City. He's from where are you from? Buffalo?
Yeah, that's correct, Tom.
Okay. It's a little different.
Oh yeah, I forget. Buffalo has a lot of pansies. Oh yeah, I forgot. Anyway, let's continue. Let's see. Michael's from New York. Andrew's from Canada. And I'll be
Danny, I'm from Buffalo, New York. New York State.
Yeah, New York State, bro. New York State.
See that Anthony guy? The Anthony guy that we've had on the Outcasts, he has like the Queens accent there, or the Bronx. That's a New Yorker.
Okay, so
a Long Island accent.
Yeah, Long Island. That's another one.
I've got the best idea for you now. We've been trying to get Brandon to be like the Kevin Steen of the Rant Rave, like fight Martin, fight. Well, this is what we're going to need you to do, Michael. You're going to need to go, and watch a lot of Vince Russo promos, bro. Bro, you're going to have to watch a lot of Vince Russo promos, bro. And you need to become the Vince Russo of the Rant Rave podcast, as God himself told me, Hangman Charlie, the World Heavyweight Champion of HCPW, God himself told me that you need to go and watch my promos, bro. Because, bro, I created The Rock, bro. I created Stone Cold Steve Austin, bro. I'm not a wise guy. You need to understand, bro. Without Vince Russo, there'd be no attitude there. Therefore, would not be no Rant and Rave podcast, bro. All right, bro. Tom, any more thoughts, bro?
No, bro.
Okay, bro. Danny, bro, you got any comments for you, bro?
Matt Riddle.
No.
But seriously, watch some Vince Russo promos, Michael, bro.
Can you guys hear me still?
Yeah, bro.
Okay, cool.
Thanks, I think I'm just gonna literally continue the rest of the stream with the end of bro of every word, bro. But bro, plus I need to get the stench of that Matt Riddle.
Charlie Matt Riddle long.
Oh no, it's not Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle bastardized the bro. It's all about Vince Russo, bro. Frick that weed pothead looking mother trucker, Matt Riddle, bro.
Continue, Charlie, on the episode.
Where in the hell is Brandon? I've pretty much ridiculed the two of them. I don't want to ridicule Brandon, or actually I haven't ridiculed Eric because there's nothing wrong. But I've ridiculed Michael, and I don't want to ridicule Brandon because he's not here yet. I don't want him to get mad at me and tell me this is my last chance.
Continue, Charlie.
Okay, Brandon Barton, you suck. There we go. No, but well, I guess
so do you, Charlie.
So do you. Well, the difference between me sucking and and freaking Brandon sucking is I suck your mama's teeth. Brandon sucks your daddy's, ding-a-ling. There we go.
All right, now you got way too far.
Oh no! If you want to go far, I could go even further. Anyway,
Charlie always says like weird stuff. Like that's way out of that.
That's actually PG to me of what I just said. That's not even the worst.
Charlie, I got a pickup line for you that I want you to try on some girls tomorrow night.
Me or Michael?
No, you, because David can't say this. It wouldn't work for David, but I want you to say this. The first girl that you see, I want you to say, "Wow, you look just like a bowling ball. I want to stick 3 fingers in you."
My God.
You just say like Enzo. I don't.
We're gonna see how many snaps.
Michael, I know what would happen if we had you on Omegle and you say wrestling. Well, most girls don't like wrestling. They drive fast in the Sahara Desert. Anyway, so I guess we'll go with Brandon Martin since I've already shamed Michael again, and apparently I went too far. Oh no, I'm gonna be canceled. I'm worried. My name is going through the mud. Anyway, all right. So to Brandon. Well, one of his biggest issues recently has been his business making decisions in regard to the sponsorship, but we've already discussed that multiple times at grand length. However, his business is also a plus because, of course, he's gotten a lot of guests coming up for the Rant and Rave podcast. I don't know whose dicks he had to suck to get it, but he got it. But
he does his own bookings.
I'm sure he does. Anyway. Brandon does the booking side, so that's one positive. His main issue really now is that he needs that fight Martin fight that's been slowly showing on the hypebeast, and he just burst out. And it'd be like when Jordan's trying to take the floor and Michael's trying to take the floor, he's like, "No, you shut up, both of you. I'm Brandon Martin. I'm fight, and I'm going to take over the show."
I am not like that.
What?
I am not like that.
I'm not telling you. I'm not saying that you should do it. I'm using you as an example of you and Jordan like talking, and he's like, "Shut up, I'm Martin, and I'm taking over the show." Yeah, clench your teeth really well.
See you guys later. I'm going.
Yeah, Michael has the personality and the enthusiasm of a chipmunk, so we're not worried about, like, I don't need to worry about him act like Brandon Martin. But that's what Brandon needs to do.
Who's the Alvin?
Who's the Alvin?
Who's the Alvin?
Well, you're Theodore. Eric is the father. You're Theodore.
No. Alvin. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see who's Alvin. Jordan's Alvin. That makes sense. Or not Theodore. Theodore's the chubby one.
Yeah.
The one with the youngest one. So that was what was the other one? See, I haven't seen the chipmunks in
Alvin, Simon, and Theodore. Old school.
Which ones? Alvin what?
Simon and Theodore.
Okay, yeah. So that means Brandon and Simon. Okay, there we go. There we go with that. But anyway, so yes, we're running out of things to talk about, guys, because we only got 2/4 of the group here.
Well, Charlie.
If I get bored, we'll keep roasting them. At least Michael.
If we get too bored, we can start inviting people on from Omegle.
No. Well, Charlie. Talk about how you think sponsors are good for Rant and Rave.
Oh, yeah, sponsorships. Yes. Jordan and Brandon have talked down about sponsorships and all that stuff. Well, sponsorships are good, but I said this on previous streams. Sponsorships are good as long as you go for the right one that fits your show and does not want you to change what you do. Like, for instance, have 3 Coast Step 4. Tom, your thoughts on it?
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't understand what the hell. A sponsor can't dictate how your show is run.
Exactly.
Now, if someone bought your show and then re-aired it, then they can. But a sponsor can't do that. That's not in their realm of ability. I mean, you put on a show and then you get a sponsorship or seek a sponsorship, and they determine whether or not it can be like yours. Now, if the company knows nothing, then of course they'll change things. But a good sponsor knows that the moment you start changing things, the show changes. And why would you tamper with the show? It doesn't make sense to me. I think that particular sponsorship that we're talking about might not know what they're doing.
Flex Network.
Yes, they might not know what they're doing, but that's my opinion.
Yeah, I just can't. I just couldn't stand those guys after they decided I couldn't be on the show. That was just a one timer right there. But now I'm on.
Michael, I will say this: like it's a mutual faulting in everything. It is what you call it. It is the Flex Network's fault, but it's also Brandon's fault for not looking in deep. So also blame Brandon in that scenario for the Flex Network. See, that's why I told you that we would have that you could have taken David's place once he was 3 months were up, because we wouldn't have ditched you for a sponsor, but you went back in bed with Mr. Martin, so I am not responsible for any more.
And we're about to have the Hangman Outcast is about to have some serious. If we keep it up, Charlie, we're going to qualify for some serious sponsors. I'm looking at a G Fuel sponsorship for us if we can maintain what we've been doing. I mean, we're so close to getting a G Fuel sponsorship based on what they want from their, based on what they are looking for in a candidate. We are so close to meeting that. Like, I think we'll be there in like another 2 months.
And hey, Adam and Eve, if you want to sponsor the Hangman Outcast or sponsor my channel, go right ahead. I fit everything that you would want as a sponsor. I could be like Michael. Go suck this lime scented dildo, which you could buy at Adam and Eve.
Oh, no, he's my East Coast brother.
What'd you say? Sorry, I could understand.
He's my East Coast brother. He's my East Coast brother. I'm not gonna do that to him.
Well, no, I told you to suck a dildo, and what you could buy here at adamandeve.com for the low price of $39.99 plus $8.95 shipping and handling. Go buy now. I think
an Adam and Eve sponsorship and a Manscaped sponsorship would fit our podcast pretty well.
Michael, did you ever answer our question if you shave your ass?
Oh, again with that stupid question.
Hey,
you know what?
It's fine. Dragon and I asked all kinds of people on Omegle if they shaved their ass, and we actually got some interesting responses. So it's a normal question. We're normalizing the question.
Yeah. So do you shave your ass? We just want to know because we need to. I want to see if
we're conducting a survey for Family Feud, and your
yes. Yeah. That's going to be premiering tomorrow on the Hangman Outcast. Yes. So, Michael, what's your response to that?
Come on, you're the 100th person. Once you answer this, we can then be like, we asked 100 people if they shaved their ass.
And Michael, if you don't,
and who are you, Richard Dawson?
Michael, if you don't agree, we're gonna take that as you don't shave your ass.
Now what the two of you just turned into game show fanatics while I'm hosting Who Wants to Be a Millionaire for something?
Hey, speaking of game show, we're gonna David. This is a preview for a future episode. But on the Hangman Outcast, we're gonna be doing a game show with Omegle. So basically, what happens is everybody here is playing, and we have to be like, we're going to ask this person a question, and based on you have to predict their response. And then we get a person on the line. And if they respond the way you thought they were going to respond, then you get a point. And that's how it's going to work. And basically we just come up with things that they might say yes or no. If we could be like, okay, we'll see if this person has a jar of peanut butter. And if we get to a guy in Amigo, we say, show us a jar of peanut butter. If they have a jar of peanut butter, David gets the point. That's how the game goes.
Family Feud is a rip-off between Family Feud and Let's Make a Deal. Are you kidding me?
It's actually very creative.
Either show combined.
It's actually very creative, and there might be boobs involved, so it's a little different.
Oh, God. Now with the match game reference.
You want to see
Well,
some
match
nice
game
little
tomorrow night.
jugs?
And
Yeah.
let's not forget, tomorrow we ever play Pressure Luck with Andrew. So
Oh yes,
Oh, yeah,
shows
yes.
yes. That's exactly what we're doing. We're exactly, without a shadow of doubt, we are playing Press Your Luck with Andrew. Nothing else. Ain't that right, Tom?
Yes, there's no reason we do anything else. But on a side note, an unrelated note, we're going to be playing Amigo with David.
Yeah, we're gonna find him a girl. We're gonna do everything we can to find him a girl, and possibly more importantly to get once we find him a girl, if it goes well, then once he turns 18, the payoff will be a sex tape.
No.
Charlie,
The idea is
no.
to find him a girl and then get the girl's Snapchat so that we can invite her on the show as an actual participant and actually supervise a date between David and the girl. And that'll be like the culmination of all our hard work. And that'll be the payoff. That'll be the goodbye episode for David. He'll actually be on a date and we can supervise it. It's going to be great.
Then why did I tell OnlyFans I was about to premiere it on my channel in October and get paid a shit ton of money? You know what's pay back to OnlyFans now because of that?
I don't really know why you do the things you do, Charlie. I can't answer that. Only you can.
Like they were going to sponsor it. They were going to sponsor the date on the next channel.
Speaking of,
OnlyFans presents the dating 3000.
Dating 3000. That's a good name for the episode. Dating 3000.
I want to say something about the sponsors here.
Oh yes. While you say that, I'm gonna step out and go for a sub, which I haven't. I would use.
Well, you say that. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna actually go snort some candy.
Okay.
Just kidding.
So back to what I was saying, I want to give my thoughts about the sponsors. So the reason why I also think sponsors are good for any show is because it helps the viewers grow. And what I mean by that is because usually on a normal Rant and Rave episode, I usually see 10 to 12, 15 people. Am I right, Eric or Michael? But the thing that
I just say Rant Rave does not average that.
I meant for live viewers.
Okay, Rant Rave does not average that for live viewers. I'm sorry, they don't.
I mean, their main sponsor of the show is the Pro Wrestling Shoot, right?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, you're right.
And they also
which is right. That's a good sponsorship for them.
And they also have Brain
25 by the 25. Yeah.
Well, I decided to join in while I'm outside smoking, but I don't know what happened. I think David, you did it again. You had your voodoo magic again. Kicked me out.
We were talking about sponsors, Charlie.
Oh, okay. We're talking sponsors. Okay. What? So what did I miss?
So what I was saying was about Rant and Rave. I do see a pretty good average live viewers, but I want to see it get it to 25 plus per episode. And what I mean by that is because when the Midwest interview happened, the live viewership went a little bit down when the West left on Rant and Rave. And with the sponsors that are wrestling fans, they can stick around and check something new because of the sponsors. I think Brandon needs to go to wrestling groups and promote the show in those groups. It could be on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or any wrestling groups out there, and promote Rant and Rave and tell them what's going to be happening. And I honestly think That would help.
Hangman Outcast has already overtaken R&R. Like it's already overtaken it. That's like it. I mean, like it's like I think it's already been done for like weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've literally like that's why I saw us come in the streams and say R&R got effed in the butt, or as David St. Trump would say, boo butthole yeesh. But what do you call it? Because it's true. Like we've literally taken over. They've bent over to us, and we know we'd take that ash. I didn't say it all the way, David. So there you go.
Well, I think sponsors help.
We treated Rant Rave like a bowling ball.
Yeah, we stick 3 fingers in it. Give it a good old finger job.
And Nihar says,
I think the Hangman Outcast. See, Nihar knows. See, this is a true man's man. Nihar, he knows what's up. Shout out to Nihar. Go check out Labs Beats and Quiet Dreams Hypnosis.
Yes. And
if you have Apple, go download Cyclone. I'm still waiting, Nihar. Still waiting on Cyclone to be on the Android store, you schmuck. Anyway.
So I can give you the numbers right now. I could throw the numbers up right now for the Hangman Outcast.
Do the same for Rant and Rape as well, Tom, if you can.
I can.
All right.
Yeah, because we usually do this every week. We talk about like because I'm making it clear that we're only going to be talking about Rant and Rave at least only once as a term of trash talking, and once when we overlook the views from the previous week, which of course. Rant and Rave was embarrassed.
Yeah.
No offense. Yeah. Actually, yes, a lot of offense, but still.
And I want to get to the format in just a little while.
Oh, yes. David, I already know the first thing needs to come back to the Rant and Rave podcast. 1 second.
All right. Let's do this.
The grade level. Yes, the grade level for the Rant and Rave podcast. And this match.
Make me full screen, but leave everybody on the side.
You mean
David.
Like?
No, not you. Me. Me.
Not you. You starring schmuck. You conceded.
There we go. All right, so let's look here. So if we check this out, our episode was right here. Our last episode.
That was the interview. It's right there. Yeah.
717 views, 46. Their last episode was right here, 281. Our next episode. Let me write. I don't want to do that. But let me go down to the next one. It's 45. Right here, 278. Their episode was right here, 413. So they beat us here, but we still had 278 views, and it wasn't drama related. We wouldn't have pulled 278 views 3 months ago without talking about drama. But here we are doing that. And even our what can save Rant Rave got good numbers too, because we all were talking about it there. 45, we had 201. 44, I'm sorry, 201. They had on theirs was 161. So we still got over 200 views. Again, that's better than what we had a few months ago. Another stream with over 200 views, and we got more than almost 50 more views than the Hangman Outcast.
Go check out those videos.
43, we had 238. And they would have had 80. That would have been their 80th episode. And I can't find 80. Oh, Presents. 134. That was like their worst day. They had the Flex Network Presents, and it destroyed them.
And they had Leon.
238. I mean, look at that.
Blame
we almost
Leon.
had 100 more views.
Leon has more subscribers than a lot of people.
So our slow week, we had more than 100 views than R&R. And let's get in comparison here. Their worst number wasn't even our worst number in the series. Our worst number was the week after this, which was, I think it was 44, where we had 201, but still over 200 views. They've had 2 weeks in a row less than 200. So now we go over here again, less than 200. 78 is 187. That same exact week going head to head with them, we had, that was episode 42. We had 432. That's a pretty good number compared to them. Less than 200. We're pulling off fucking. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. I didn't mean to say that. We're pulling off.
We've already
way,
times. I'm just giving up.
Way more views. Like, and we weren't talking about drama here either. So here we are. And Leon was on that stream. So that proves that it doesn't matter. Leon isn't really the attraction that gets the views. It's the people, because he was on the stream the week before and they had like their worst number, but we get him on our stream. We're at 432. So it's not Leon, it's us. We're pulling good numbers. Now let's go to 41. 41, 263.
I'll hop back into my computer, so I'm going to be right back.
All right, 263 is 41, and that's their 77. That's 225. So they were close, but we still beat them. And now the week before that, which I think this is the first Thursday Night War here. 291.
No, the first one was 77.
Okay, so then there you go. We beat them on 77. Because 76, they had 291. And ours would be episode 40. And I don't think we were changing the game. We had over 300 views. Yeah, that was the beginning of 40 was our beginning. So we haven't had a stream.
40 and 77 were the 40 for Heyman Outcast and 77 for the beginning.
I'm just confused because it says right here, hype for the
episode 40 of the Heyman Outcast and episode 77 of Rant Rave for the beginning of Thursday Night Wars, Tom.
All right, well, regardless, we beat them. We beat both tonight. So even if it was 76 or 77, we won.
It was 77.
Yeah, so we beat them. So we had 304 views. Before that, our week before we went to we had before we went to Thursday, we had our worst stream. It was 142. But since we've gone to Thursday, well, actually no, because 39 we had almost 400. We had 350 views. I'm sorry here, and then 37 was 490 views. 37, and then 37. So where's 36? 36, we had 268. I'm sorry, but like the Hangman Outcast our average is increasing with every episode.
Yeah.
So I don't know. All I could say is we're probably averaging, based on analytics, we're averaging like 300 something views now, and at the time we were averaging like less than that, and now it just keeps going up and up. Like I mean, our 700 and something view beat Rant Rave combined like 3 episodes during the Thursday Night Wars.
What if we could do the Rant Rave numbers?
I don't know. The Rant Rave averaged less than 200. I'm sorry, guys, but you guys are you have too many low numbers that are low hundreds that it's just not going to work out. Me and Charlie have so many episodes where it's like over 400 that it just helps us in the overall ratings. And then we had a 700, which jumps us up even more. So when a sponsorship is looking at us, they're like, wow, you guys average almost 500 views per episode.
Yes.
So and that's increasing. We haven't even had a dip. Like we're slowly, like we haven't even hit our peak yet. I don't know where our peak is. I just know that every week we're breaking a record.
Who knows? This week we could break a record again. That's the whole
If we get
thing.
over 1,000 views, we're gonna plan something special. Whatever stream gets 1,000 views, we're planning something special.
Because think of it this way.
That's actually a good idea.
If we can get 1,000 views, because Rant and Rave has one episode that got 1,000 views. And let's not forget what episode that is, because Rave never forgets. It's episode 29. But think of it this way. Even if, because I know episode 29 is at 15,000 or 1,500 views. Even if we hit 1,000, we're still better than that episode. Want to know why? Not because of even though we have 500 views less than than episode 29, but because that episode hit 1,000 views with no drama. Because that episode, of course, episode 29, the peak of Rant and Rave.
Oh, wait a minute.
Drama video. Oh, who is it? Who is it?
It's VR.
I thought it was Brandon. I thought I had whipped out my belt again, but no, it's not Brandon. It's not
What
Brandon.
is Brandon doing? Like, where is Brandon?
He's jerking off to BBW porn. What do you think he's doing?
This is
Or
the
he's
perfect
probably
opportunity.
shaving his ass.
Where is Jordan and Brandon? This is the perfect opportunity for them to sell Rant and Rave, but yet they're not
Well,
here. And then
Jordan's
they wonder why. Then they wonder why
Jordan's
Rant and Rave. What?
Jordan's at church and Brandon's jerking off to BBW porn.
Jordan's at church at 9:30 at night.
Yeah, and
Jordan-
Brandon, he messaged me also telling me that he was also busy shaving his ass.
Hold on. Troy told me that he's like at a restaurant right now. So
Okay, I'm just saying this is their opportunity to sell the show, and then they wonder why the Outcast beats Rant and Rave every week.
What day
Charlie
is
and I-
episode 50 coming out? Well, I'll say this. Episode 50, I was hopefully going to try to get Jerome to come in so we could do the debate again and I could finally get my win back, but I've given up on the idea of doing that. Like
I don't know if debates give us ratings.
Yeah, and
No.
I'll say this though. Besides that,
Why don't you plan for episode 50 to get your 1,000 views?
yeah.
Well,
It's hard to plan because we didn't
Yeah,
even plan
because-
for our last episode to get 700. Like that was like it was because it was an overall entertaining show. In my opinion, like one of our best shows we've ever done as a whole.
Yeah.
And it
We
deserved.
had a really good guy on the for the interview, and I'm sure like so many people watched that little Omegle snippet like several times, so that
That's
also
true.
helped.
Yeah, that's why I always tell Charlie we need moments because
Yeah.
moments.
Yeah,
get people to
exactly.
return. You
Oh,
can
by the
fill
way, you
stream
still I
with
don't think
100 moments.
I don't think you did the Omegle you did the Omegle set on its own, which I think you should do. Like clip that and make it a separate video.
I told Charlie that he has to do it, but the problem is, it takes away. I like the idea that people have to go to the street to the show and rewatch it, like because like something happens and they're like because I've seen it at my work because I showed one guy and then he showed another guy and then he showed another guy and this was after we already had like 500 views. So before I knew it, like we already had 40 more views at my work because everybody was just passing it around to their phone, and they were all showing the show. So like.
If you go to the retention line, you'll see at that part you'll have a huge spike.
Yeah, so I was telling Charlie if we could fill our show with like 100 moments, people will constantly go back to the show and it'll give us more views. That's the idea. So I literally planned this, and Charlie agreed because we had talked about it. The Hangman Outcast is full of moments. Literally, that's our goal.
Mhm.
Fill it with as many good moments of good vibes, as many as we can. That way we're all having fun. You never know what's going to happen. People can't turn it off because they might miss the next thing. And then after they've already watched it, they want to see it again the next day because they're like, oh, that was so funny. I need to show somebody. I need to show the guy I work with this. I need to, like, that's the idea. After about a week, I say re-release it on TikTok or Instagram or stuff. Re-release it on other platforms after about a week.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever thought of doing shorts on, like for TikTok, you do short versions of your Outcast and you draw people into watching the full episodes?
I don't know how to use TikTok, but I do think that's a good idea.
And honestly, I think that's what Ranking Rave should do as also because for some reason on TikTok, people get thousands and I mean thousands of views.
I'm not into
Jordan,
that.
yeah, but that's what Jordan, told me with something about.
I could, of course, make a Hangman out like turn my old TikTok to the Hangman Outcast TikTok. But
And I think that's what Brian should do as well for Ranking Rave because think about it, it's such a popular platform, even though it's not my favorite platform. But with the amount of views from you promoting, I think it'll be something because right now it doesn't really
oh
feel.
no,
What,
sorry, I
sorry?
lied.
What I was saying was right now it doesn't really feel like Ranking Rave is competing with us. We are like what Tom said. We're like a bowling ball, or whatever, to Ranking Rave. And what the ideas are coming up with, if we do something special for 1,000 views, which I think that is a great goal to do something special every time we hit 1,000 views. I think Ranking Rave needs to do something about it because we're trying to help them sell the show. And with the sponsors, the like the ideas of like getting the moments of the promotion, of course, I think that will help Ranking Rave.
I don't think Rant and Rave has enough like catching moments that that draw people into it. Whereas I think that's the Hangman Outcast strength. We have a lot of like, I hate to say it, but drama and then funny moments that draw people in.
Ever since I left Ranking, no offense to Ranking Rave, of course, but ever since I left Ranking Rave, there's been like less funny moments on there.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah,
honestly.
And same with Andrew as well. And of course, Jordan had to take his break, which is probably was a big blow for them.
I think that was he drew people to Rant and Rave, and I think he draws people to whatever like thing he's on. Just he has a very like catching voice that people like pay attention to.
Oh yeah, and I hate to say as well. I know people. Charlie agrees with me on this as well. People think it's Jordan's show, and what I think what Brian should do is like speak like be like the main speaker. And I'm signing up for night. Okay, Michael. But Brandon needs to be the main speaker of the show because with Jordan like being the main speaker that he draws people, it just doesn't feel right, especially after me and Andrew left. It's a new era for Ranking Rave, and what I think Ranking Rave should do, or Brandon should do, is speak more because when I was doing the Ranking Rave interview, he was a little bit quiet, which I was kind of okay with. I was basically hosting it over time, but what I think Brandon should do is like try to work on his like voice as a host, and maybe talk behind the scenes, and say what we should do. What do you think, Jordan?
Well, yes, Brandon does need to be the main attraction to this whole thing, and all that.
Yeah.
Now Michael leaving, you know what I'm gonna do, because now we only got one member of the Rant Ray podcast here. What I'm gonna make a smash video on you, and then I'm gonna talk the truth about you tomorrow on the truth about Michael Babari Oreo. It's gonna be a collaboration with me and Arthur. It's gonna be a new thing called The Truth About Oreo Boy. Like seriously.
Oh yeah.
Now,
anyway.
Now I want to right now. I think it's time we talk about the format because the format here needs to be said. Now, I've been a victim of this as well.
1 second, guys.
So, as I speak here, the format of Rant and Rave is now at first I was good with it.
Can
But
you hear me?
I can hear it just fine.
Sorry to interrupt. I want to, after you're done talking, I want to show people watching what's in store for tomorrow. And I want to show Nihar the innovations that Outcast brings that Rant and Rave doesn't always have. But continue, David.
So, about the format, I'm going to wait for Charlie on this as well. The format needs to be changed a little bit. The format is dying down. Let me explain why. The topics. With the show, they have, the 4 hosts have their own 3 topics. It seems like over time it gets boring, and I've been a victim of that.
Yes, David. David, I've told you this story. I have no issue telling it again. I kind of wish Michael was here to hear this, because I don't know if he's heard it. There's this one time, and some of you know who this woman is, but we'll rename anonymous for that. But there was one time I was doing Rant and Rave, where I was sitting there. I was enjoying the conversation, and then the girl comes up to me. She's trying to go down on me, and then you know, the hell are you doing, Tom? Anyway, and then
double vision.
And then, I'm literally trying to tell her, stop, I'm on camera. And then I realize, what is the most boring part of the show? Well, anytime Andrew or David talk, because that's what I'm interested in. So I wait until y'all start talking. I mute myself. I turn my camera. I go and I bang her brains out. And then when I come back, y'all still talking. So, yeah. That is a proven point. So there are certain parts of Rant and Rave that I would call either the piss break, the smoke break, or the bang break. I'm not talking about soda.
And
then there are the ratings, which are
I'll literally turn off Rant and Rave to go to the restroom, or to go to the. Sometimes I could do the all at once, depending on who's talking, especially Andrew. But and then I go and bang a woman. So that's the whole thing. You gotta.
There are three different types of breaks.
Now
or was it 4?
Now where did Charlie go? But and Paige is saying here some of the topics are just not interesting.
I thought you kicked Charlie for talking like that.
No, I was just like, what happened? Now he's back. Device is not connected. What the heck?
Do you want to bring in Joey Wheeler real quick?
David, Bucky, all your issues. Anyway, Rant and Rave, you got to keep me interested to where when I'm watching, I don't need – if a girl comes over to me and tries to give me, head, I got to tell her, hey, no, woman, stop. I'm trying to watch the Rant and Rave podcast. I'm trying to watch 4 dudes talk about something that's very entertaining, not – oh, yes. Okay, let me find the most boring part of the show. Okay, here it is. All right, let's go into the living room and I'll bang you on the couch.
So, David.
Yes.
Can you hear me? Do you want to bring Joey Wheeler in for a second?
Is it dry? Is that what you feel like it is?
What's dry?
I guess. Or the topics, or I don't know. Do you just find it dry in general?
And sometimes it's the topics, and sometimes it's the person doing the talking. Like I've told David this. David, I will go. I will wait till the right moment. I'll go bang a woman when you start talking. Same with Andrew. Now, granted, you are still more entertained than Andrew.
Sometimes there isn't a lot of room for discussion with the topics. Yeah.
Let me give you an example. Freaking Calvite Dane, go you bastard. Freaking technical difficulties.
Okay, you should be able to bring in him now. I forgot to mute the thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Give me a Sam. I'll come back.
Now we're discussing.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So why don't we ask some people Joey Wheeler protects us. Joey Wheeler is a protection. Okay. I'm
There's
gonna ask people what they want in the
exactly.
podcast. Hey, can I? Oh, fuck. There's a lot you can tell the people that are here to just fucking beat off. I mean, sorry, I forgot we're on David's stream. I'm sorry, David. I apologize. Whenever I hear Charlie's voice, I feel like I'm on the Hangman Outcast.
Yeah.
He was just talking about like naughty stuff, so I'm sorry if I got confused.
It's alright. It's alright.
When Charlie says
No,
they're
no.
about, you know what?
Hello?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yo, your room looks nice, dude. I like it.
Yo, thanks. I have a question for you.
Guy.
I got a question for you, okay?
Yo!
If you're watching a stream, all right, what do you want to see? What keeps your interest on a pod? Fucking, they left. Damn it. They were too afraid. They were too afraid, David. They got so excited about it.
Well, everybody, I've got some big news. I am back on the Rant and Rave podcast. Yes, it's me, Andrew Hockey, the Canadian Destroyer. And you know what we're going to talk about first? It's the one thing that drives viewers away faster than the plague. It's the grade levels.
Oh, the grade levels. I can
Tom, can't hear you.
Yeah, Tom, we can't hear you. But anyway, we are going to talk about...
That was your demographic we were just talking to, David.
The grade levels.
And you just picked them up.
Yeah, the grade levels. We're going to talk about Nia Jax versus David, what's his word? Sanaa.
I give it an F.
And this match was a minute and 45 seconds. David.
You guys can't hear me. You can hear me, right?
We can hear you.
Yeah.
David gets the grade level.
Can you bring
now?
Earlier, when Joey Wheeler was in here, could you hear the person talking?
Yes.
But you couldn't hear me.
I can hear you.
It's like you were breaking. Both of you were breaking up. You were more breaking up, Tom.
Okay, I'll probably be fine now because I think I fixed it.
David, can you guess the grade level for this match? First match.
Emo has a point there.
Yeah.
No, you fool.
Hold on, let me. Emo has a good point here. Finding things to talk about isn't easy.
Yeah, because we try to stay away from certain subjects like politics, religion, what's going on in the news, and everything else. Because that brings, and I hate to say this, but that brings up a lot of drama among friends and all that.
Mm-hmm.
We try to stay away from those subjects, and we're trying to.
Then drama brings views.
Yeah.
Hey, can you bring Joey Wheeler back in?
And what I try to do is, like if I want to talk about serious stuff, like a favorite store of mine locally that is closed, or a favorite show of mine that is going to be coming, or something like that. I try to keep things when it comes to my topics. I try to keep things like from the same thing, from seeing the same repetitive stuff. I try to find different subjects to talk about, which isn't easy, And
especially week after week, excuse me, especially week after week.
And when Brandon would ask me, he would message me on Facebook, "Hey, you got your three topics," and I try to find 3 topics, So it's like it is easy. So
yeah, and I want to say this as well as for the format. Like I've seen like Jordan, talk about old wrestling, like from the 90s or 2000s, or just other wrestling on like show streams, like for example.
Isn't nobody going to do the grade levels? Or come
Sorry.
on!
Is there echo when I talk?
No.
You fool!
Well, you said there was echo, David, in the
I'm
chat.
getting so mad right now. People need to pay attention to me. I'm the host of the.
Can you kick that guy? That guy's annoying AF. Thank you.
Oh my God!
Can you add Joey Wheeler now? Okay.
Now there's that. Damn.
Why'd you just kick Joey Wheeler? You're the worst fucking. I mean, guy. You're the worst guy.
Every time you put Joey Wheeler in, you start talking, Tom.
Thank you. I'm hounded with you doing this to me, David. I'm Andrew Hockey.
Oh my god.
All right, let me explain the format here. So
Watch the Andrew Hawkins show.
Charlie.
I'm Andrew Hawkins. I don't know strippers.
Slippers?
Charlie? Okay.
I heard slippers.
Anyway, so
I think
really like
slippers, not slippers. You know how Charlie Long thinks.
Yes.
He's got a warped mind.
So, as I was trying to say before I was screwing up, so with the format, I seen like Jordan talk about wrestling, like on Chilling3000. Now what just happened?
I don't know. Why can't Joey Wheeler come in? Is there feedback or something?
Yeah.
What kind of feedback?
They was just afraid of doing that. Wow,
No.
this? We had Andrew Hawkins on this show. That was like
They're afraid to ask people what they want for a podcast.
There was actually feedback in that go.
With Andrew Hawkins or with Tom Willis?
With Tom's search screen, like every time it shows up, there's like feedback.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still shocked Andrew Hawkins came in here had a meltdown.
But as I continue,
Andrew Hawkins and Noah Long, come on.
So as I continue on, like as for the format, it needs to have a change. The format has been going on. Yes.
We can hear
you. All right.
So the format is just good. It's right now the same format ever since the show began. It's time for a new format, and we already passed 80 episodes. So, and I believe we're at episode 84 or something. What the Rant podcast needs to do with, I've seen, like I said earlier, showing like talk about like old wrestling. And
if you add Joey Wheeler now, there shouldn't be feedback. I muted the mic, and all you'll hear is me, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we should be good. I had the wrong mic activated. But let's see. Yo, whenever anybody shows their chest, where the heck are you? Smoke shop?
I can't hear anything.
Is that you?
You're not going to hear anything. Joey Wheeler protects us. We got to ask people about the Rant and Rave.
But I can't hear the people on that screen.
No one's saying anything right now.
Scarlet, leave Carrie and Cross and go with me, baby. I'll take good care of you.
Well, let me finish my thoughts on the format. I want.
All right, you sure.
So about why I think it fits for the show. They need to have good conversations. I mean, Jordan does it all the time with wrestling.
Fuck. Sorry, I'm gonna mute me.
Okay, hold on. What's Paige said? The Hangout cast at least tries to feel different and test different concepts to the program. Arnold sometimes feels like it's the same episode from the week before, except for the interviews. And I know Paige said this before. Sometimes when they do interviews, the interviews should be like just the episode itself, the interview itself, and not topics. Do you agree, Charlie? Charlie?
What did you say? Sorry, I was having some feedback issues.
I said with the interviews, they should have the interviews be the episode itself. Do you agree? Okay. But as I was saying, like with Jordan and Brent, they need to have like conversations and not have like repeated topics. Because over time, I've been a victim of this. Like my last month of co-hosting Rant and Rave, like it was a little bit tricky for me to find topics. Like within last month, I've been a victim of this, and I honestly,
It's like I'm David 3000 tonight. I was only technical, it's not even funny.
but what I was saying, Charlie, do you think when they have interviews, should it be just the episode itself, the interviews itself?
Like the entire episode, like in terms of
Yes.
what? I could see that but again, it also goes with because with a person you can interview, you have so many possible questions you can ask, and not just wrestling related. If you have a wrestling guest on, but because let's be honest here, the fact is that like it's been proven that whenever Rant and Rave has a guest on, damn it, I'm going to get killed by this motherfucker. All right, there we go. Never mind. All right. What I was saying though was that with Rant and Rave, it's been proven that whenever they have a guest on, whenever they leave, it goes down to shit in terms of views compared to they dip. Like what that Randy West interview, they went like half, or actually I think more than half. To be quite honest with you, compared to what they were beforehand.
They went down to like the regular live viewers we have every episode, like the new people left.
Yeah, like think of it this way: despite them winning, like beating us that 1 week on the Hangman Outcast, I'm gonna be real here. That was embarrassing. How they literally dropped more than half of the viewership compared. Like, it's one thing to at least lose some audience members because again, you are gonna lose audience members when it comes to a guest. But shit, that was like I said, y'all won. Rant and Rave won, and they won the week. But y'all need to think about that and be like, yeah, but that was still embarrassing because we literally just proved that the people were there just for the guests. They didn't stay around, and Rant and Rave wasn't able to keep people invested in staying in. The whole idea is investment. You need to keep your audience investment from time to time. If Rant and Rave, on the other hand, if Rant and Rave does it where they only have the episode with the guest on.
What's up, Felicia?
And then it's going to be with the guest on, it kind of like, I don't know, it just is like the goal should be able to show both sides, show the interview side, but also keep the people stay in for the guests or for them. But they, of course, don't do that. And that's been proven almost every single week. Whenever they have a guest, their audience drops as soon as they leave.
And I'll give them credit for this as well. As they, the interviews, they have them do a cameo to say, "Hey, come to the Rant podcast." I'll give them credit on that, and also I'll give Brian Martin credit for doing the promotion, and also, do the Facebook live stream reminders. But what they should do, like they did with the West interview, every week they should ask the interviewer if they want to promote on their website, because the people from there can come to the stream because there could be wrestling fans over there. And Rant and Rave is all about wrestling, mostly about wrestling. And with the wrestling fan audience, who is fan of these wrestlers, they should, ask if they can do it send a link on there and say, "Oh, I'm here on the Rant podcast, come on in and support." I think that was the biggest problem with the interviews back then last year, is that they didn't ask.
David, I got somebody here. He's going to tell you how a good podcast should be run. Go here. What do you like in a podcast?
I don't hear him.
Oh my god! Good thing you couldn't hear him.
Oh
That was
my
cringe.
God.
Oh boy.
But continue, Charlie. I'm sorry. Actually, no. Let me actually go back to it. So, I think that was the biggest problem last year. You know, and I honestly think they need to change it up a little bit, the format. That's like my biggest problem with Rant and Rave, because look at the average, viewers now. Like, it seems like the show is dying, even though it's really not. It's just the format has been overkilling it. What do you have to say, Sharon?
Give me a second. I'm trying to maybe exiting out again because of damn technical issues. It's like Dave. It's like I must be David's father because of now.
What seems to be the problem, Charlie?
The page keeps being unresponsive. Like it keeps exiting out every so often.
That's crazy. I don't understand.
It usually doesn't happen that much. My internet's perfectly fine, like and all that good stuff. It's not like anything.
Could you try going on your phone, Charlie?
Oh my god! Well, give me a second. I'm gonna try this again one more time. Give me 1 second.
I'm gonna ask Eric here. What is your thoughts?
Hey,
on
David, I found one of your fans. Right here.
Eric's reaction?
So here's one of your fans.
I can answer his question. For God's sake, people. You're trying to make sure that an Omega crap.
And
these are David's fans.
Yeah, but they're the Young Bucks right now, you turkey.
Exactly. David's fans are young bucks.
I'm gonna read. There's Echo again.
Joe freaking better here. Oh my freaking
David,
God.
I'm sorry. Eric just lost you a subscription because that kid just said he wanted to subscribe to your channel, but there was a big scene that happened and the kid just left. He was talking about you. He was like, David 3000, what's this channel? I was gonna give him the link, but he left.
I want to become.
Sorry.
No, what are you
Sorry,
trying to ask me, David? Please.
Go ahead, Eric.
What? No, you were asking me a question.
Oh, I was saying, what is your thoughts of what Rant and Rave could do better?
Well, I have to admit though, yeah, sometimes the format that Brandon Martin does get a little bit redundant sometimes. And like I said before, when I was doing my topics, I tried to differentiate my topics, and we're trying to stay away from some of the stuff where there was one complaint when I was on Discord. I was reading some of the comments in Discord, especially from the MVG Productions crew and Kevin Henry's WKPH. They got one complaint that Kevin Henry had with Jordan. He wants to expose all the trolls. Now we were trying to stay away from that, and I'm that's one thing. We don't want to bring any drama among trolls and all that good stuff. And I think that's one thing that we're trying to be more positive with the Rant and Rave image than be more positive than be negative and bring all the crap in. And I know that's not working sometimes, and Jordan's the type of person that is not afraid to speak his mind. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's another thing. Phenomenal One's got something. Sometimes I much hate to say it. Yeah, and the people come for the interviews as well. So that sometimes it is. Yeah, it is not easy to change the format. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's how Brandon Martin runs things. And that's another thing too that I'm just writing stuff down. And that's how Brandon Martin chooses to run the podcast, and that's how he runs it. But when it comes, maybe we have to. Maybe that's a suggestion to him. He's not here to defend the way he does the podcast. But I do believe we need to change it up a little bit, and that's the thing that we need to do. You know what I mean? But we'll see what happens.
Yes.
So that's it's up to Brendan Martin. It's his show. Jordan's giving him a lot of credit too. And one thing I could give Jordan a shout out for is for him apologizing to me for putting me in a position where I have to run the podcast because Brendan Martin's trusting me with it, and me being the veteran, because I've been, the thing is, I'm old. I'm the oldest one in that podcast, so I know a lot more of pop culture and everything else, and that's why they added me to the group by expanding my knowledge, and so and that's the reason why too. I'm going to try to incorporate a couple of things and ideas. We'll see what happens. That's all.
Yes. Hopefully, Charlie's on his phone this time.
Oh yes, David, I've heard that.
Oh my God.
Anyway,
what the hell is even that?
Nihar, I think you have experience.
Don't you view me?
Nihar, I know you have. I think you have experience.
You want to suck my left?
Charlie, what I was trying to say was, Nihar, I know you have experience.
Lost.
What I was trying to say was.
That's funny. Oh, great, Moxley and Kingston, yeah. They stole the Young Bucks shoes. I love it.
What I was saying was, Nihar, I think you have experience of podcasting. What do you think what we should do to get better?
What do I think they should do?
Yeah. Like to get better as a podcast.
I think they need exactly what the Hangman Outcast does. And I think just Charlie's channel in general, what he gets right is that he has a lot of highlights, a lot of like things that grab people's attention, whereas only wrestling fans are interested in Rant and Rave. I mean, if they want to do that, they can attract the wrestling crowd. They can just go after them, and they're interested in wrestling, they can enjoy the show. But if they want to attract more people, then they need more highlights that a lot of people can enjoy. And also, in my personal opinion, if they want to like revamp themselves, I think they could do with an updated logo as well.
Yes. Now,
wow, David. Dang, you had to. You literally ruined a Day said. That woman said she'd never date again because of you.
Oh no.
Hey, you know what else happened, Charlie, while you were gone? I found one of David's fans on Omegle.
What? What's his name?
I don't know. We couldn't find out his name because he got kicked out of the room, and I bet you he unsubscribed.
No, he'll never date. Yeah, he went from being a homosexual to straight. Thanks, David. You've ruined 2 lives.
I'll be quiet, Charlie.
He's only 17. Let him live his life.
Thank you, Eric.
My goodness.
Hey, I'm his father. I found out.
Father.
No,
good Lord.
We're trying to make sure David has his best life. We don't want him single at 25 years old because he never had guidance when he was 17.
Freaking single.
There's Eric Tom.
Okay, Eric, let me ask you this, Eric.
9 months
if
later,
you could get a girl at 17, would you or wouldn't you?
What?
If you could get a girl at 17, would you or wouldn't you?
I would, but
so we're just helping David.
I would, but I didn't.
Hey.
No, that I can understand that.
If you're 17 again,
pursue that.
Nihar, if you're 17 again, and you could get a blonde, big booty, big-breasted bombshell, she just wanted to tell you, Nihar, I want to suck your wag. Like you tell me,
make me go Nihar.
Please or hello.
What if she said that? Nihar, make me go yeehaw. Would you?
I mean,
David, I'm very sorry that this got south as usual.
Yeah.
I look for more in a
I
partner
feel
than
bad.
just attractiveness. I also
So
look
you
for
wouldn't do like a one night. You wouldn't do like like just like a one night thing.
No,
like a meetup?
no, and I also have a new girl I'm seeing.
Oh, Nihar, I'm offended. You have not told me about this. I like
the gentleman to my right here. Okay, I'm wondering what the heck is going on here. It's like Nihar. I was like, oh, that's the gentleman to my right. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Nihar.
He's the man behind the original Hangman Outcast logo.
Nice to meet you. I'm sorry, sir, man.
So Nihar, we apologize. We didn't know you were with anybody.
It's okay. Yeah. I may have thrown out here and there that I have been getting decent dating success with IMVU. IMVU is pretty good. It's been around for a long time. I can talk about a little bit of my experience with that platform. So I use it for dating. Some people use it for just chatting in groups. Some people use it for chatting one-on-one, making friends. From what I've noticed, it's a lot of people can be rude. They can be in cliques. They just want to be by themselves. But every once in a while, you meet someone who's just very open. They want to talk to you. They want to hang out with you. Some even may end up developing feelings for you. Occasionally, they'll want to get to know you more. And I had that with my past partner from a while ago. We met on IMVU. We eventually started video chatting, got to know each other. But then I went to go visit her, and then we had issues with my mom and her mom not getting along, and unfortunately that fell apart. But yes, IMVU occasionally can turn up some real dating experiences, and now I'm seeing someone, and we'll see how that goes for me.
Well, I never heard of that app, so that's really cool that there's because Tinder's for hookups. That's what everybody keeps saying. Tinder's for hookups. Now I'm married, so I don't have to worry too much about that. But on Omegle, I can't tell you how many girls send me their Snapchats. It's unbelievable. It's crazy. But Omegle's like the Tinder of the internet.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's good to hear there's better sites out there for more serious relationships.
Yeah, you can kind of gauge these different sites and what people are looking for on it. You can kind of, well, at least for me, I can kind of get the vibe where Match people are a little bit more serious. They want long-term commitment. Tinder.
So this isn't a site for Charlie.
Yeah. Tinder. I mean, people do end up with long-term relationships there, but generally it seems to be a little bit more casual. Bumble also, I would say, is a little bit more casual. Coffee Meets Bagel, maybe a little bit more serious. But you can kind of gauge the people on there and how they are. But for me, I've had I've had the highest response rate from IMVU, and that's what I've liked about it.
So my question with coffee and bagel, do you stick the coffee in the bagel?
No, you dip it.
I just looked at that app maybe for a month, and I just got bored of it. I honestly don't.
Sounds like a boring name. Let's be honest, that's the most boring name I've ever heard in my life.
I want to dip my bagel.
The thing about that one is that they really what was interesting about that one was that they don't show names. They'll just show the location. They'll have a description. They'll have a picture. Unlike the other dating apps, there's no name. It's just location, description, picture. So I don't know what's up with that.
Weird. So if I ever found myself single, let's say me and my wife broke up, my plan was to put out an ad on Facebook on Marketplace saying that I do hookups. Here's my address and see what happens.
Let me plow you like I plow snow.
I plow snow and you, both at the same time in my plow.
I'll plow you while plowing snow at the same time. There we go. That'll be your slogan.
Sit on my shaft while I plow snow. Stuff like that.
Oh boy.
You know what's funny though? David doesn't kick Tom out when he's saying that stuff, but yeah,
I'm
he
talking about
kicks me
plowing
out.
snow. I'm talking about the winters in New England.
Yeah. I plow snow so hard.
Hey, Charlie. You're the one who's interrupting all the time.
I plow I plow snow
yeah.
so hard I make white. Never mind.
I plowed.
Say, Tom. Dial back. Dial it back.
I plow snow so hard. I plow my snow in a woman, and 9 months later, David was born.
Oh boy.
See, he goes fuck. Like if you, Charlie will always go further. Like, it doesn't matter how far the person goes before. Charlie will always go further.
Yeah, Charlie.
Oh boy.
Well, hey, my child, I took that paternity test. I took a second paternity test. It was revealed that I am your father, David.
Oh,
no.
That's a you thing, Charlie.
When I was recommending IMView for David, I was actually kind of being serious, mainly because of that very high response rate.
But he needs to work on picking up girls he's never going to see. First.
Also,
Omegle
is again, leans toward Tinder of being very casual.
Hey, Chester.
Well, mainly Omegle's good for him to practice.
Sure, yeah.
Because he's never going to see these people again. So if he can get them interested, then he can apply those skills to real people that he's actually going to see, and it works.
Yeah.
It really does. There's people that will go on Omegle just to interact with people, just so that they get social skills, so that when they go out in public, they know how to interact with people. I see that all the time. I like to go on Omegle and have fun, but other people take
That's true. If you have a great experience, you can offer to get to know the person more. But if you have a awkward or negative experience, you're probably never going to see that person again. So you don't have to worry too much. Is that right?
Yeah. Well, I get like I'll have good 99% of my experiences with people on Omegle are good. And it always ends with them trying to give me their Instagram or Snapchat. And then I tell them I'm married. and then
David, I got to tell you something. Don't worry, David. I'll take you to your first baseball game very soon.
Charlie, I actually went to a game this past Sunday. Eric knows about this. So
nice
too. Yeah, it was a game that the Angels beat the Red Sox with Shohei Ohtani.
Well, if I took you to the game, David, the Red Sox wouldn't have lost.
Hey, Charlie, you gotta give them credit. It was an exciting game, and Ohtani's no.
Well, yes, it wasn't as bad as last week's Thursday at Wars. Oops.
Boy. Hey, you know something?
But no, David.
David could have one advantage. I'm picking up. David, I didn't want to put you under the bus, so to speak, but you have one advantage.
Yeah.
Of a girl. You look like a celebrity.
I'm with the friend group. Yeah.
Who I look like a celebrity?
No, David looks like a celebrity. You know what I'm thinking of? The celebrity that I'm thinking of that David looks like? Conan O'Brien.
Conan O'Brien.
Oh, yeah. He's Conan O'Brien mixed with Jim Carrey from The Cable Guy.
Hey, David, what you need to do? Don't worry. David's going to look real nice tomorrow night. He's going to look like $1 million.
Awesome.
Hey, David, get that suit.
Conan O'Brien's
you better look like $1 million because it's part of the skit, David. That's what makes it funny.
I'm gonna dress up nice, you schmuck. So what's that? Like, are you saying you're better than us? You can't dress up like us?
Dashing Cody Rhodes.
It's part of the skit. We were on SNL.
Boom! Out of here! That ball's gone. Vasquez. Sock up 7-3 versus Vasquez.
If you were David, if you were on SNL and they said we're going to do this skit and you have to dress up, what are you going to tell them?
Well, it depends on like.
No, there's no depends. You tell them yes, or you are off SNL.
No, but depends.
So we're
wait a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the owner of Rant and Rave, Brendan Martin.
Finally.
Oh, here he is. Here's that schmuck. Hold on a sec. Let me get. All right, there he is. Yeah. What's it like being in front of a real world champion, Brandon? You're a schmuck. You're a chump. You're a piece of
you're a chump, biatch. That's what she said.
Mm-hmm.
David, we're gonna have this promo off early. Well, a sec. You're
Oh,
not dealing with
No, you're not doing the promo off on this show.
No, Charlie, we're not doing that.
You're dealing with the best.
No,
I'm
we're
gonna
not
whack
doing
you
the
over the head
promo
with
off
this belt,
on this show.
and then I'm gonna put you 6 feet under, and then I'm gonna make love to my woman on top of your corpse. You schmuck.
We're not doing a promo off on this show. Dave, Brandon, you're going to be on tomorrow's show to do the promo off, right?
Well, I win. I'm the world champion. Look at this belt. Look at this belt, Brandon. It's as big as my wang. Yours is as small as your wang, anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, your wang's pretty flat.
Hold that thought. There it is. That's for you,
Put
Charlie.
that in smoke it.
But Brandon,
Yes.
we need verbal confirmation. Tomorrow night after Rant Rave, you're gonna come on the Outcast to do a promo off with Charlie, right? That's what Charlie's been telling everybody.
Here's the thing. He can be. Here's the thing to say this, Tom. He can say all he wants because I haven't agreed to those terms. Charlie's saying out of his own rear end, not me.
So I'm
What's
just
the matter,
letting you know,
Brandon?
Brandon.
You're afraid of
Brandon.
man Charlie?
Win or lose, it's good for the Rant and Rave Outcast. I mean, Rant and Rave show to it helps Rant and Rave.
Yeah.
This win or lose, you coming on our show helps you more than it helps us.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, trust me. It's gonna be a fun segment. Trust me. But anyways, speaking of Rant and Rave, Charlie, do you have anything to say to Brian Martin here?
What'd you say?
Do you have any advice for Rant and Rave to Brian Martin here, since we want Mr. Martin on? So
basically, be creative, quit sucking, and
Charlie.
Let's see.
Charlie. I actually.
Charlie, I'm gonna get you.
Charlie, I actually mean, do you have any suggestions for Bren?
Any constructive criticism?
Yes, taking it hard.
All right. All joking aside. Well, the biggest thing I've seen recently, and I mentioned this earlier, is find a way to keep your audience engaged before and after your guest leaves. Because, again, the last few times you've had guests, you've had big numbers, but then when the guest leaves, the numbers drop so bad it's embarrassing. Even when you beat us, it's still embarrassing, the fact that you all couldn't retain that audience, or at least a good portion of it. I'm not saying you need to have the exact same number of people watching, but going from 15 people to 6, that's not good. And mind you, it's in a split second. It's not within a few minutes or 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 20 minutes. This is within right after the person leaves. And also, that's the biggest piece of advice I can give, since you're going to have a lot of guests coming up in the next couple of weeks.
Yes.
Find a way to keep your audience engaged.
Why don't
if you want advice,
why don't you just promote what you're going to do on your stream while your guest is there? That's what we did.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you want an example, watch the interview with Derek Drexel to learn how it's done.
And also, you need don't treat it like an interruption. All you have to do is be like, halfway through the interview, be like, okay, we got to play our ads. It's pretty professional. Radio shows do this. Say, thank you for being on the show. When we come back, we're going to ask Drexel tough questions. We're going to go into his wrestling career, and we're going to talk about what it was like to play this character. But before we do that, we're going to get into some ads, and then you roll the ads. Then when you come back from the ads, you say, a little later on after the interview, we're going to be doing this with David the Gamer 3000. He's going on Omegle. He's going to be doing all kinds of stuff. But now back to the interview, Drexel. How are you doing in the wrestling? That's kind of like how you do it.
Yeah.
You kind of just like, you make it so that it doesn't seem like you're interfering in the interview. It also seems formal, and it's to be expected. It gives him a break. He can get a cup of water. He can do whatever he needs to do, and you can promote what you need to promote, including what's coming up next on the show.
Yeah.
and also with the format as well. Um, with you doing like 3 topics every week, I'm looking for Page's comment. Uh, he made a good point, and let me actually scroll down here to see. Oh, okay. Okay, Charlie. Explain your criticism as for the format.
What'd you say? Oh, the format?
Yes, and the sponsorships.
Well, I will say the grade levels are not missed. I'll say that first. But also, I'm gonna be real here. There are times, even now, but especially back then, when I would literally know certain parts of the show as the piss break, the smoke break, or the bang break. I've talked about the story of a girl I banged while David and Andrew started talking because I was not interested in anything they said, so I stopped the show and I went to go finish this girl off. You need to the thing is you need to have it to where even if a girl's trying to give me head, I can't. I'm like, babe, I can't do it right now. Quit sucking my wang. I'm watching Rave. They have this impressive thing going on right now. You pretty much the base of what I can say is you need to be able to keep me or keep me distracted from a girl trying to give me head. That's basically what you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
And there may be other people with different things, but I'm just saying that's something that, as me as a viewer,
Yeah.
Like when Eric talks, I listen. When Jordan talks, I listen. When Brandon talks, I listen. When Michael talks, well, he's getting there, but again, I would consider him the odd man out and be the smoke, piss, or bang break.
Yeah.
Not saying Michael's bad. I'm just saying you gotta have everybody stand out. But also another thing that we talked about, I would suggest you all have your own private Facebook or Discord or whatever area where you could talk about certain things moving like the Hangman Outcast does.
Like, Brandon, you can use the staff channel on the honor server. My suggestion, because Michael doesn't have what do you call it? It doesn't have Facebook, and I think with you using the staff channel, you can actually make it for admins, another staff channel for admins only, and just say because there's other, or you can just use the full staff channel in general because they're all part of the staff. And actually, talk about Rant and Rave on the staff channel on the honor server, so that way not only admins, but I think also the mods can actually give you, ideas for the show and what's going to happen. Because who knows?
Weekly, I'm talking this should be a thing that y'all talk about weekly in terms of y'all's conversations. Just pick a day that y'all are going to be available, whether it's just texting. By the way,
Legacy of Dragon.
But pick a day where y'all can have a day that y'all are available to talk, and just like I said, throw out ideas. Because that's the other reason why the Hangman Outcast is the superior show. Because when I think of Rant and Rave, sometimes I think of it as a disjointed show in terms of the co-hosts. They don't seem like they're all on the same page in most regards. Even when we have disagreements, we talk it out and make sure that we're all in agreement before showtime, not during showtime.
Yes, and also private too.
So that is something I would suggest because again, we come off as a freaking unit because we are. That's the same thing we're going to be doing with Emo, with Brandon Beauregard, when we have him in the Outcast in July. It's all about perception.
Yeah.
Why do you think that the Hangman Outcast looks like a unit? Because it's a unit.
Yes.
Like that's just something that y'all need to do. Because again, think of the ideas that Eric, what do you call it, Michael or Jordan have. But if y'all don't talk about it as a group, then nothing's gonna change. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And we want to keep it fresh every week as well. Also, the most important thing, have viewing involvement. Looks like Tom is going double here.
What the hell?
Why is there?
Who the fuck is this?
Hi, everybody.
Oh, there's 2 Toms.
Three Tom.
Oh my god. Anyway, continue.
Oh my god, what in the world?
Hey, Tom, tell me, what do you think about the Rant Rave? Well, you see, I really think that Rant Rave needs to improve a lot of things. That's a really good conversation, Tom. You all should check out the Tom Willis show.
Goodness gracious me there, Willis. Oh, man, you are just nuts. Oh, my.
By the way, the Tom Willis show.
Like, seriously.
I don't take over streams. What are you talking about, PC?
There are 3 Tom Willises, like 3 doinks.
Can you put all 3 of us next to each other?
Hold on, let me do that. Hold on.
Oh my God, Charlie, mute him.
All right, he's muted.
Oh man,
Felicia.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Hangman Charlie here. Look at my shit. Now look at my leg. Look at my leg. There we go.
3 Toms and 2 Charlies. We got.
I shave my ass.
We don't need that either.
It's all good. It's all Gucci, man. It's all freaking Gucci. Reason why Rant and Rave sucks is because Brandon Martin and all of them don't shave their asses. That's the real reason.
Stop with the shaving the butts thing, okay?
That's why they don't shave their asses. Let me pull my shorts down and show you my shaved ass.
Oh my no.
Lord,
I'm gonna show it. I'm gonna pull it down.
No, we're not doing that.
No.
Okay, I got all the angles going. I got this. So now I can do one of these. So I can't believe this happened the other night. A car accident happened and a bunch of things happened. It was very sad. But the weather here today at 10 is going to be pretty hot and pretty cold. And it's going to be a weird New England type of day. But I'll see you guys next episode on the stream.
David St. Trump impression.
And more importantly, I'm David's father. Hello, David.
Oh my God. Hangman Charlie going nuts, ladies and gentlemen.
How
2 different angles with Hangman Charlie.
David, how dare you interrupt me? How dare you do this? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make an exposure out of you. I'm going to expose David 3000 for the fraud he is.
Oh, boy. You're in trouble, David.
Well, I'm not the...
We're right here.
Without Hangman Charlie, David would be nothing. And without Hangman Charlie...
Oh, no, Charlie. That is absolutely not
May 19th, get Kane.
No, that is a fact. David 3000 would be nothing. He'd still be asking for change down the street in Massachusetts. If it was for me. Tom Willis would have been still panhandling in the streets of Boston. Was for me riding over my.
I still panhandle in front of Walmart, and my Cash App is in the description.
Flash your chest, okay. I'd like to see a dragon. What the? What the?
Are you trying to be Bruce Lee?
What the?
What the? What the?
What the? Okay.
Sorry if we do that one.
Look at his chest there. Look at. Look at this.
David's not playing around. David jealous.
Look at this.
David says, what the hell are you doing?
Oh God.
That's for the ladies out there watching the Hangman or that want to watch a real man watch the Hangman Outcast.
Oh boy.
Are you gonna do that maneuver live for a girl on Amigo?
One second, let me leave out this phone StreamYard. But yes, I'm flexible.
Oh sure, not like when you lost a fight with Dan.
That was CGI. Dan even admitted it, so I didn't lose to nobody.
Oh, Conan's gonna finish up his career in a couple of months for his talk show. I didn't know that. Oh.
Yeah, he's gonna start a
podcast.
podcast.
The greatest news was, of course, what's her name, Ellen, leaving that tramp.
Oh, and
screw Ellen, screw Ellen.
Who you got left? You got Kelly Clarkson. You got what is it?
Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy Fallon.
Did I just saw another
Fallon, Myers and Fallon are the only late nighters left.
Oh my God!
Kimmel's doing his things.
I just saw another no-hitter, people. Another no-hitter from the Yankees. Yeah. Another no-hitter. Unbelievable.
Late night talk shows not
the Yankees are better than the Red Sox.
Sorry.
Red Sox win 7-3 against Toronto. Thank you.
As of right now. And sorry, you don't know your baseball history. Oh, okay.
No, I'm not a baseball guy. It's like doing it to fuck with you.
Hey, here's the quiz for you. Name me the teams in American League East.
In the American League, well.
In the American League East.
The Eastern.
Oh, so the team who sucks the most. Oh, I got the per one, the Boston Red Sox.
Tell me the time.
Shit.
Tell me
supported by the yolk of an egg.
Hold on. Sorry. Tell me the 5 teams that are in the American League East. Tell me the 5 teams.
Well, David, I don't know. I'm not a nerd like you that knows.
See?
Hey, if you want to hear about David being a nerd, we actually have a female. Actually,
call him a nerd.
Yes, so and it's not a bad thing.
Yeah, because you know what nerd stands for? Never-ending radical dude.
Yeah.
Dragon asked me to do something. 1 second. David, you better not mute me because the Dragon asked us in the chat, and I'm all about
this is a request.
Wanted.
This is a request from the chat, David.
Yeah. Yes. So don't mute me, ladies and gentlemen. Hold a sec. I don't have the picture, so I'm just going to have to use this picture. Give me a second. There we go. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the return of avid adult film star David St. Trump. Yes. Welcome back, everybody. This is David St. Trump, and we're going to have a spectacular photographic film with the two men, Jordan Little, J-Man's Jet. Oh, I'm here and I'm queer. Yes. And then we're going to have the most spectacular guest of all time. We're going to have Brandon Ballsack Martin. I'm here, and I'm here to get this BBW. Yes, it's going to be a threesome. It's going to be a double penetration. Yes. So, woman, are you ready? Yes. Okay. So we're going to do the standard David St. Trump tradition. Both you and Jordan, Brandon, are going to lube it up. Okay. And you're going to stick it inside her boob hole at the same time, yes. What? Double anal penetration, yes.
Oh, my Lord.
I don't know if I could take another thing in my butt. Shut up, woman. Yeah, shut up. Or I'm going to rant on you on the next episode of Chilling with Jordy. Yes. So you just go in. You just stick inside the puddle. Okay, I'm going in. Rant. As I represent the Flex Network, I'm flexing my little willy. Flex. Oh. Okay, now Jordy, you now stick it inside the boo bowl. Okay. May the force be with you.
It's like an Adam Sandler skit we're doing. What in the world?
They were stupendous. That was just the greatest thing I've ever seen. So now you two are going to finish off. You're going to finish off interface. You're just going to drop a load. You're going to drop a load in your face. I don't know if I could take 2 loads of cum in my mouth. Shut up, woman.
Oh my God.
Okay.
It's like an Adam Sandler. You sound like an Adam Sandler skit.
No. Okay. Now you just finish off. You drop a load in your mouth. Okay, here I go first. Okay. Now Jordan, you go next. You go next. Okay. Do or do not. There is no try. Okay. It was the greatest thing I've ever seen. I'm going to give it a double A plus.
You know what?
So,
no, Charlie, this is for you. That's for you, Charlie. That's what you get. That's what you get, Charlie.
This has been another great edition of the greatest porn star. By the way, just want to let you all know, since you haven't heard from me in a bit since the PC incident. Me and Andrew are still on the run from the cops. Andrew, you here? Yes, I'm here. I've been holding the light fixture for you.
Oh my God!
And I want to get my grade level 4 too. Well, Andrew, you take too long, right? And I don't care. So go away, Smoke. But David, isn't this our show? No, you Smoke. Go away. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.
Dragon, see what you just did.
Dragon.
This is your fault, Dragon.
That was some great. What do you call it? Some great.
He was entertained.
This is going to be Dragon too.
Adam Sandler like skit.
You can take this, Dragon. You can take this. You dick.
Dragon. I don't know if you want that because that finger was probably up that girl's boo butthole as well. Yes.
Oh God.
You know what?
Let's hope she wiped her ass. Let's hope she wiped it and shaved it.
Adam Sandler skit. I don't know why the Dragon even asked you for that. Why don't you go back and hide tic-tac-toe?
Welcome back to
Welcome to tic-tac-toe, y'all.
You play some money pot in that shuffle.
Yeah, but yes. See, David. See what happens. You got nothing. Per Charlie has a lot of charisma. Yes, that's exactly correct, Brandon. And he personally asked for you, Jordan and Brandon. If Jordan sees this, he's like, Charlie, you promised me you wouldn't do another porno with me. I'd be like, hey, don't blame me, blame Dragon. I respect my audience.
Oh, excuse me. Wow.
Anyway, what else do we got to say?
Tell Brian about your thoughts about the format or sponsors right now.
The what?
Like the sponsors, the fly sponsors are good for the
Oh,
show.
yes. Well, I got one more thing. Tom, I haven't talked about this, but I think we'll both be in agreement. Brandon, we are willing to pay you in payments for the entire for a long time. We're willing to pay you $10,000. By the way, it's monthly payments though. $10,000 to get Michael Mabardi out of the kindergarten classroom. I mean the Rant and Rave podcast, and over to the man show, the Hangman Outcast, because I feel like we could groom him better.
The man show. There you
Good luck,
Brandon.
I heard you, Charlie.
So what do you say? You gonna sell him to us?
how about you take your little cruddy group of yours, the Crappy Horsemen, and you can take that 10 G's and you can stick it up your ass.
Well, don't worry, Brandon. After a while, we were gonna pay top dollar for Rant and Rave, but now it'll be like WCW at the end. It'll be so cheap that anybody could buy. David could buy, and he has no money.
I actually have money, Charlie.
David, you're not.
How did I go to the Red Sox game this past Sunday?
You did your chores.
No, go away.
No, go away. I take that as a yes. Anyway, but yes. Well, we'll just, like I said, we'll just wait till Rant and Rave is deader than dead, and then we'll just scrap it up, and we'll take its audio library or its video library, its merchandising. Tom, do you think that's a good idea? We take all that and make profit off it, make the Hangman Outcast network where we can have.
Oh my! Oh.
Who's this?
Charlie, I love you. That's what it says.
Who's this?
That's Andrew Hawking.
Andrew Hawking.
Oh, okay.
You're
just pick them up, man.
1 second.
You just take
Girl power, right?
Oh no.
Charlie, change your profile picture if you want a cookie.
What a cookie.
Or I'm naturally stoned, yo.
There you go, Charlie. Now you can have a cookie.
I don't want a cookie. I got a cookie waiting for me after the show, and it's not the type of cookie you're used to, David. I did it all for the Nuki. Whoa, the Nuki. Whoa. There we go.
I have no idea. Anyone.
That pretty much means a woman's vagina, David.
Oh my god.
Brandon, you see what Charlie does every day?
Yeah,
I make David a star, unlike you, Brandon.
Hey, Charlie. Guess who has more subscribers than you?
Who?
Brian Martin himself.
But we beat him every week. Right. We beat him every week. So what's that got to do with anything?
And also, Charlie, Alex Perez made an appearance on Rant and Rave, which he has 4,000 subscribers and never got to appear on the Outcast, and he's also the announcer. Oops.
Hey, he actually wants us to be a sponsor for 25. Oops, I forgot to mention that.
Well, still.
So Alex,
it was
selling, like and all that. Anyway, Tom, while I finish my dinner, you want to give Brendan some very thought-provoking advice, and then I'll finish it off like I do with a woman every night.
Yeah, I can give him some advice. Just come on the Outcast more and sponsor your show on the Outcast. That's free promotion for you. That's the best advice.
I mean, that can help out.
Well, I would say this though as well. I forgot to say this earlier, but I think what you should do, Mr. Moore, is that your show is...
David's going to be our producer starting in a month when he leaves, so he's always going to be backstage, and we can pull him up anytime. Anytime we can be like, we can just pull him up like a producer, like a radio show. Like we can just be like, hey, David, come up. Then he just pops on the stream, and then we drop him. Maybe he doesn't show up at all during one stream, but he'll always be there at our fingertips, and he'll always be controlling chat and stuff. So even though he won't be on stream, he still would be behind the scenes. That's why him going through this little Omegle endeavor, it ingrains our audience to know who he is as a person, and he becomes a part of it. It's almost like it's the litmus test for him to see how dedicated he is to the stream. So then when he goes behind the scenes and never has to show his face on the stream ever again, in that manner, it'll be worth it because he'll be the guy behind the mask of the Outcast.
Speaking of masks, going master soon. So that's
What did Andrew send me? Andrew Hawking was live. Why are you sending me this, Andrew?
He sent me the same thing.
Anyway, so what I was also want to say, your show is a wrestling show, and what I think what you should do, Brendan, is like go to like Facebook groups, and I think this is what Paige did with his Game Show Entertainment Facebook page.
I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna go on my phone.
And what I think what you should do is like go to Facebook, Facebook groups like that are wrestling fans, and you should tell them check out the Rave podcast where we talk about all nothing but wrestling, and that should be like your format. And you should like practice like your voice because like before it was just Jordan like doing the show. Like as like people were getting confused if Jordan is the host. I think Charlie told you this before, I don't remember. But what I think what you should do is like have guideline rules. And so that way you can still come out of the show. Also you should try like to speak more and feel like you're actually taking like you're hosting the game show, but it's just really a podcast. And also, I think what you should do as well is maybe get a different background, like a better. You should get like a microphone, like a better microphone, or so that way it can like sound like a podcast and not having difficulties. And what I also think what you should do is what do you call it? Of course, give ideas like on the Star channel. As for the format, you see like Torn like talk about wrestling like from the 90s or 2000s on his show streams and like on the club, for example. You should have those type of conversations on Rant and Rave. Talk more about wrestling news and maybe do like a list of like the best moments or something about wrestling. And so that way, with the format, it needs to be a discussion format, not a topic format. Because Eric said this earlier, it's tricky to find topics every week. And with trying to find topics every week, like as for like sports channel updates, I was a victim of this. Like the last month I was co-hosting, you like have it be discussion based about wrestling, and also maybe some other side things as well that the old audience used to like, and you should like have that type of format so that way it won't get boring and overkill over time. And what I also think you should do is as for the format is have like your own involvement as well, and also bring some more common entertainment because I think this is true. I think Tom agreed with me on this. When I left Brent and Rave along with Andrew, I don't remember seeing that much. What did Andrew sent me? Let me see what Andrew said. Oh, Andrew, what? You sent me a scary picture.
I kind of hate to.
Let's see. Really,
anyway,
Andrew? You sent me the same one?
Yeah.
And nice try, Andrew.
But what I was saying was
the problem, Andrew. The problem with me is I've seen a lot of scary shit. So really, anything that you show me ain't gonna be nothing compared to what I can show you.
Yeah.
So keep trying, Andrew.
So as for like the format, You should definitely like change it up a little bit more interesting, and also make sure like everybody has a voice, and also bring common entertainment. Because I don't remember really seeing a lot of funny moments. So I think with Jordan, I think that would be a big help, and you should do some more of that. And like I said before, every week have a meeting on like the staff Rant and Rave um channel, uh like the staff voice channel, and just discuss there, and maybe for admins only, because I could go on there and give you ideas. And I think that's just my biggest
Hey
suggestion.
guys,
So
can you hear me?
yes, I can hear you.
Okay. So
We already checked our messengers.
one
Andrew
second.
didn't work. You schmuck.
Andrew just sent me a message. So let me just look at that real quick. 1 second.
Sorry, it did not scare me. But anyway, so I think that's what you should probably be doing, Brandon.
Let
Is
me
change the
just check
format.
this message right here. Oh my
Wow. Even Tom got scared for me.
Listen, I hate to do this, but I have to go before I go to bed. I need to get, like I said, I have work early tomorrow. You cannot stay up this late. If I was on vacation, that would have been a different story. But I used up all my hours, so I got to go. Before I go, I got to get 2 episodes of YouTube up because I got very, very important news to say on YouTube. It's exciting news for our local folk here in Massachusetts. You may want to, tune in when I get the video uploaded. And,
Is it why I think about message?
no, I'm not going to talk anything about Rant and Rave. It's just really exciting news outside of the podcast wars and all that good stuff. Plus, I got to do an AEW Dynamite Event Center video as well. So I gotta get these 2 videos going. So I'm gonna leave you guys good night and thanks for the advice and everything else. And Brandon, I'll see you tomorrow night as well on the pod. No, you'll be working because I gotta talk to Jordan and all them. So
yeah.
So I will see you guys later. All right. Good night.
See you later.
So I think that's what you should probably do, Brennan, because I think Rant and Rave needs a change, because recently it feels like they're not competing with the Hammy Outcast. And if we go on other, social media platforms, not just like YouTube, Facebook, Discord, Twitter, Instagram, you should try out other websites and other wrestling platforms.
I think Rant Rave needs the Hangman Outcast on their show.
Yeah. So that's why I think as well. What do you think, Troy?
No, I do agree. So come to the Outcast and accept your fate being sealed in a promo off, you schmuck. Who knows, if you win, you could actually get people to be like, oh, I should go with the guy that cuts the bear promos.
But,
or you could be the guy who's a scare, who could be pictured by the audience as scared as Hangman Charlie.
I have some really good remarks. This is going to be really smart, really good. I have some really good advice. I guess I'll end this right now with the best advice I could think of, and this will probably help them a lot. It'll probably give them all the views that they want. And basically, all I'm going to say is this: they just really have to.
What? Oh,
what do you think about that? Okay, she agrees.
She agrees.
So I'm going to end it with that.
Hey, Brandon, I've got the best advice that you can literally do. So you take a BBW, pick her up by the legs, and then.
No, Charlie.
We're not doing that.
Nope.
Well, yeah, that's what y'all need to do. You need to take her and then bend over and then. And after that,
Andrew Hawking sent me another photo. Let me just look at this real quick. I hope it's not too scary because my daughter is on my shoulder. So hopefully it doesn't get so scary that it frightens her and gives her nightmares, Andrew. So let me just check this real quick. And I'll let my daughter look at it because Andrew wouldn't send me anything evil, right? It would only be positive. So let me wake my daughter up to look at it, Andrew, because why would it be negative? All right. Hey, and look at this. Look at this, baby. I know our good friend Andrew sent us some great goodies. I'm so excited. We can look at it together. You ready? Ready? Check your messenger. Oh, see, there's no way he wouldn't do anything bad. Look at this, Peyton. Look at this. Nightmares. Evil Andrew. Oh, great. Now she's going to have nightmares.
Thank you, Andrew.
Oh my god.
Piece of shit.
Anyway, so I think we have all the advice I was going to do to help right
Oh, David, I got one more piece of advice.
Yeah,
before you end the show, I'm going to have to talk about something very drama related, and it has to do with Brandon. Okay, Brandon, that's what you're going to have to do. You're really going to have to make it OnlyFans and have a video of you begging a BBW. Then you'll be A-okay.
No.
Go up.
Yeah, Andrew, I think Brandon, what you should do is start an OnlyFans. That's probably the best word of advice.
Yawn. Anyway, that's going to end for this side stream here. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the full crew on, but maybe we might do a part 2. Who knows? Depending on how next week goes, right, Rave? Or the next.
Trying to find white phosphorus.
Well, I think Rant Rave's week. Who's going to be on this week for Rant Rave?
Let me actually go check right now.
I know round 2 with Zach Gowen for the interview portion.
Okay. And what do you guys have?
Let's not forget the last time they had Zach Gowen. They had one of their least viewed episodes of all time. So
don't ever freaking bring that up again.
I feel like last time I had Zach Gowen, it was so bad it made us lose ratings.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, actually, Alex Paris is about to go live in 13 minutes, so feel free to check out his Wednesday night live stream coming up tonight.
Yes. Yes, with the next particular porno. Yes. I'll be directing strippers. Don't say strippers, Charlie.
Yawn. So yeah, Alex's stream starts at 13 minutes. Feel free to check that out on the Alex Paris channel. And that is going to end for this video. I want to thank everybody for watching this special 10th episode of Chilling3000.
Wait, I got to talk. Can I promote something?
Go ahead.
Okay, so tonight I'm going to be live on Omegle. You can check me out by just going on Omegle.com, and you'll see me streaming live.
Okay.
Yep.
And I got something to promote too. Okay, so this has nothing to do with the show, nothing to do with chilling, anything. But Dirt Mason is going to be doing the Truth About Lennox Kitchen 4 on the Ambiguous Bastards YouTube channel. Completely drama related, but I don't care. Shut up, Charlie, in the chat. It's David's show. You can do what he wants. But go check out that stream coming up at 10:30 Central Standard Time. It's all drama. We're going to talk about nonsense, all that good.
Oh, that reminds me, Charlie.
You should have done that. You should have done it to Billy, David.
That reminds me, Charlie. So coming up tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning on Drama channel, they're going to
suck his own dick.
No, they're going to talk about drama. Just so much
Billy
drama.
Moody and Luke Jeffers. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So we got
drama.
that.
Drama meets
CNN's
drama on drama.com.
Yeah, Drama Meets Drama with your host, Jay Houston. Total Island.
Oh my.
Somebody call your drama.
Yeah, somebody call you drama. Oh yeah, somebody call
Oh
you
my
drama.
God.
Oh yeah, somebody call drama. Well, somebody please call a drama.
Yeah, that's the name of the podcast.
Wait, don't end the stream. Don't end the stream. Hold on a second.
Don't make me do it. Don't make me do it.
What do you want, Andrew?
I gotcha.
How'd you get me? I was acting.
I was acting too. Hey, don't worry. Don't worry, Andrew. We have payback coming tomorrow.
Hey, Andrew. While I'm on the phone with you, give me 1 second.
Oh, ow. Oh my.
What the heck?
You made David fall off his chair, Andrew.
Get confirmation.
That's what you get, David. That's what Andrew said. Oh, Andrew, check your messenger real quick.
Where are your manners, boy, David?
Andrew, check your messenger real quick. I just sent you a message.
The outcast is rubbing off on David.
What?
Burped on your stream.
Andrew, check your messenger. I just sent you an important message about tomorrow's show.
I'm on Facebook, okay? Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute, all right? You're rushing me.
Okay. That's what you get, you schmuck.
Anyway.
Just hung up on him.
That's the end. Good night, everybody. And hashtag CNN News.
Hashtag for the culture.
You got that in there at the end, didn't you?
Come on.